Hey everybody. On Tuesday this week, me and Kitty Cat went on a road trip to buy Kitty Cat's Christmas present from me. What did I get Kitty Cat for Christmas? Well, she only had one desire. Yeah. Red Wigglers composting. And that's where we're going to go, and we're going to get some red wigglers, and we're going to keep them in our basement. Maybe in the spring and summer and fall when it's not cold outside we might put them outside, but being vegans we generate about £1/4 pound to £1 pound of organic waste a day. Yes, I could put it in the green box. No, I don't. I only use that for dog and cat waste. We compost out in the garden. We have compost bins. They work quite well. They don't work that well in cold long winters, and the actual compost produced from, I call it wormyculture, but everybody else calls it vermiculture, but I think wormyculture is the better way of calling it, is actually much better for the organic mass of the garden than most of everything else. It is so rich in nitrogen that you have to actually mix it up quite a lot before you actually put it on the garden, or it'll burn, literally burn the plants. So I'm really looking forward to this. It's going to be an exciting little journey. So by the end of Tuesday this week, we will have, and this is in the future for you guys watching this, we will have 1 or 2 wormiculture bins full of red wigglers, and we're going to start composting in the house. The goal of this is actually that once we're actually established at the Shire, the retreat that they just bought in the middle of nowhere, Bill, that eventually we'll actually use we'll use it for dog poop. In Grid Down I'm going to recycle my own poop and all that stuff, but I might be doing that early on up there anyway, just because of the mechanics of where we're going to be. It is totally off grid, and human waste and animal waste is a potential food crop if handled right. There's also potential death if you don't handle it right. So all of that stuff I'm going to look at, but the ick factor for me doesn't exist, probably because I nurse. So I'm really looking forward to getting the red wigglers. So it turned out that there's a whole subculture based upon red wigglers, and even artists produce stuff for these guys and bins and stuff, so I'm kind of looking forward to it. Yeah, so we will have our own red wigglers, Acinia fetida. And the other great thing about red wigglers, so it doesn't mention it anywhere here, is I'm pretty sure you can eat them if you had to. And the other thing is that they are good for fishing. So all in all, this seems to me to be a really good idea to do. And yeah, so we're going to get into wormiculture. And that's all from me. So have a great day. Where are we off today?
We're off to get our gobblers.
What are the gobblers?
Gobblers are red wigglers.
Why are we getting red wigglers?
Because we're going to start vermiculture.
Why?
Worm composting. Because it's efficient, it produces very good compost. And in our winters we have to truck out to the composter, which is all frozen anyway. We haven't really had great yields from all of our compost. Yes, it's a good way to get rid of food waste, but we haven't had great amounts to put on our garden, and I think that the wormiculture actually produces better quality compost for what we want, for our garden boxes and for our flowers. And it's cute. They have these little layered trays, and it's quite easy to use. The woman we're getting it from will provide our first layer of bedding, which I believe is just shredded paper. A pound of wigglers. You start them on the bottom tray. You add your compost. Which I have to learn a little bit about, but once it's full, you put bedding and start adding compost to the tray above, and the worms, 99% of them, go up and start eating the new compost, which leaves you an empty tray to distribute onto your gardens. So I think this is good for us.
Yes. It should be great for us.
Yes.
Alrighty. Au revoir.
Au revoir. Alright, here we are today with our initial setup of our vermiculture. Kathy's crawlers. We have this lovely green stool that we're going to prepare the bedding before we put our pound of red wigglers in there.
So, 2 pieces of newspaper and non-chlorinated water, so tap water, let it soak for 24 hours. Has to be room temperature, all the water, and if it's tap water, soak it. No use of water softeners. Using the Berkey filter water. Alright, having done this, get rid of the excess water, I guess. Ooh.
This layer is just so the worms don't fall through the holes at the bottom. You only do it for the first setup.
Right, now what?
Now we're going to prepare the peat, which is actually coconut shredded, I believe, by soaking it in 2 liters of water, along with shredded paper that she's provided, and soil, which that Nielsen's
This is
bottle
actually
just
husk of coconut, koi, C-O-I-R, and they give you a brick and you have to cut it in half, but cutting it in half is kind of difficult, so they recommend soaking it and scraping it off. But I'm a prepper. Okay, the koi's in. Newspaper.
water. Add the water
Add the
just
water.
to let that
All
soak.
of the water?
Yep.
2 litres of non-chlorinated, room temperature, non-softened water. Right? It's soaking. Now what?
Now you can add the newspaper.
Pre-shredded. Non-glossy newsprint. Apparently you can use other papers as well, blah blah blah. Alright.
And then the dirt.
Soil, full of microbes, which is what you kind of need. So I'm not altogether sure where she gets the soil from. I guess she makes her own. Alrighty.
Alright, then we need to mix it together.
You have to let the koi soak, to
Yes.
be honest with you. So I'll give it a good mix in, and then maybe we'll make this into a separate part if the director feels that's what she wants to do. Is that what the director wants to do?
Alright, we will pause this for now while we mix.
So we left it about an hour, and it's got the consistency of a wrung out sponge. It feels sort of dry, and you have to break up the coconut, the fibre. When you squeeze it, you're supposed to see a few drops of water come out. But just a few drops like that, otherwise you drown them. And then, I believe, we spread it on here. This is kind of fun. Like playing with mud pies. So I'm going to put half of it on because we don't know what we're doing. And we were told to use very, very little coffee grounds. Right? We're using some to start with because they want the quick fix of nitrogen to get the wormies going, right? Is that true?
Yes, we're putting coffee grounds in, but you can put all the bedding on.
No, I'll mix it in. So it's not going to be, it'll encourage them to go down. Probably should do this outside, you know. Use a flat bucket. Yeah, it's alright. Now what?
Worms.
All of them?
All of them.
Seal test worms. Just shove them in, right?
Yeah.
Looks a bit dry. Oh, little wormies. Well, they're moving, at least some of them aren't dead. Wow. That's a lot of worms. Do you think the two halves of the worms will get on?
Yes.
Maybe we'll have worm wars. Well, that looks like a solid mass of worms to me. Then I guess you just let them panic and they'll hide from the light, right?
Right.
Wormy posture, wormy composture, wormy composting. Leslie's new pets. Wow. I don't quite know what to say. I guess I have to touch it.
Why?
Well, to level it out. Alright. Come on, little wormies. Ooh, they're warm. They're actually, the ball of worms is warm. Isn't that fun? Alright. Wait 20 minutes, we'll put the lid on, and from Hoople's cat and from
Kitty cat.
Our